Welcome back to English Unleashed podcast. Really happy you are here today. Let me paint you a picture. You walk into a cafe in London, or New York, or anywhere in the world where English is spoken. The waiter comes to your table, smiles, and says, "Hi there, what can I get for you today?" And you freeze. Your mind goes blank. You point at the menu and say, "This one please." And inside, you feel embarrassed, because you knew exactly what you wanted. You just did not have the words. Has that ever happened to you? It happens to so many learners. And it is completely fixable. Today I am giving you everything you need to walk into any restaurant or cafe and order with full confidence. Real phrases. Real situations. A complete real conversation from start to finish. After this episode, no more pointing at menus. Let us go. Ordering food is one of the most practical English skills you will ever learn. It is not just about food. It is about confidence. When you can walk into a place, communicate clearly, ask questions, and handle any situation, you feel powerful. You feel like a real English speaker. And the vocabulary we are going to learn today is not just for restaurants. You will use these polite phrases, these question structures, and this confident tone in shops, at airports, at hotels, everywhere. So let us break it into 3 parts. First, the key phrases. Second, a full real conversation. Third, practice. Let us start with the most important phrases, from the moment you walk in to the moment you leave. The first group is for arriving and getting seated. The first phrase is, "A table for 2, please." Use this when you arrive and need a table. For example, "Hi, a table for 2 please. Do you have anything by the window?" The next one is, "I have a reservation under." Use this when you booked in advance. For example, "I have a reservation under Ahmed for 7 o'clock. Then, could we see the menu please?" This is a polite way to ask for the menu. For example, "Could we see the menu please?" Thank you. Now the second group, for ordering food and drinks. The first phrase is, "I would like." This is the most natural and polite way to order. For example, "I would like the grilled chicken and a glass of water, please." The next one is, "Could I have?" This is slightly more formal but also very common. For example, "Could I have the pasta please? And could I also get some bread?" Then, "I will go with." This is a very natural, casual way to decide. For example, "I think I will go with the burger." That sounds good. Next is, "What do you recommend?" Use this to ask the waiter for their suggestion. For example, "I cannot decide. What do you recommend?" Then, "What comes with it?" Use this to ask what is included with the dish. For example, "The steak sounds great. What comes with it?" And finally, "Is it spicy, or does it contain?" Use these to ask about ingredients or taste. For example, "Does it contain nuts? I am allergic." Here is a really important tip. Always use could I or I would like when ordering. Never just say "give me." That sounds rude. Politeness goes a very long way in English-speaking countries. The third group is for during the meal. The first phrase is, "Excuse me, could I get?" Use this to politely call the waiter. For example, "Excuse me, could I get some more water please?" Then, "Everything is great, thank you." Use this when the waiter checks on you. For example, "Everything is lovely, thank you so much." And, "Actually, I ordered the." Use this to politely correct a wrong order. For example, "Sorry, I think there may be a mistake. I actually ordered the salmon, not the chicken." The fourth group is for paying and leaving. The first phrase is, "Could we have the bill please?" This is British English, asking for the check. For example, "Could we have the bill please? We are in a bit of a rush." The American English version is, "Can I get the check please?" For example, "Can I get the check please?" We will pay separately. Then, we will split the bill. This means each person pays for their own food. For example, "We will split the bill. Is that okay?" And finally, keep the change. This means you are leaving the extra money as a tip. For example, "Here is 20. Keep the change. The food was wonderful." Now let me show you all of these phrases in a real conversation. I will play both parts, the customer and the waiter. Listen carefully and notice how natural it sounds. The waiter says, "Hi there, welcome in. Do you have a reservation?" The customer says, "Hi, no we do not, but we were hoping you might have a table for two." The waiter says, "Of course, follow me please. Here you go. Can I start you off with some drinks?" The customer says, "Yes please. I would like a sparkling water, and could I also get a look at the menu?" The waiter says, "Absolutely. Here are your menus. I will give you a few minutes." The customer says, "Actually, could I ask, what do you recommend today?" The waiter says, "Our grilled salmon is very popular today. It comes with roasted vegetables and a lemon sauce." The customer says, "That sounds great. I will go with the salmon please. And does it contain any dairy? I am lactose intolerant." The waiter says, "The sauce does have some butter, but we can easily make it without." No problem at all. The customer says, "Perfect, thank you so much." The waiter says, "Is everything okay with your meal?" The customer says, "Everything is wonderful, thank you. Could we have the bill when you get a chance?" The waiter says, "Of course. Here you go. Thank you so much for coming in." The customer says, "Thank you, the food was absolutely lovely. Have a great evening." Did you notice how confident and natural that sounded? No complicated words. No long sentences. Just simple, polite, clear English. That is all it takes. And you just heard every phrase we learned, used in a real situation. Okay, your turn. I am going to be the waiter. You are the customer. After each thing I say, pause the video and respond in English. Use the phrases we learned today. Ready? The waiter says, "Hi, welcome. Table for how many?" Your turn. Tell me how many people and ask if there is a table available. The waiter says, "Are you ready to order?" Your turn. Order a drink and a meal using "I would like" or "could I have." The waiter says, "How is everything tasting?" Your turn. Respond naturally. Maybe everything is great. Maybe you want something extra. The waiter says, "Can I help you with anything else?" Your turn. Ask for the bill. Brilliant. You just had a full restaurant conversation in English. That is real progress. Every time you practice like this, out loud, you are building the muscle memory that makes speaking feel automatic. Alright, let us recap everything from today. When you arrive. A table for two, please. And I have a reservation under. When you order. I would like. Could I have? And I will go with. Always polite, always clear. When you have questions. What do you recommend? And what comes with it? And does it contain? During the meal. Excuse me, could I get? And everything is great, thank you. When you leave. Could we have the bill, please? And we will split the bill. And keep the change. That is a complete restaurant experience, in English, with confidence. Here is your homework. The next time you eat out anywhere, try to order in English in your head. Even if you are not in an English-speaking country, think through the whole conversation. What would you say? Practice it silently or out loud. Then come back and tell me in the comments. What did you order? If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a like and subscribe to English Unleashed. Your support means everything and helps this channel grow every single day. Next episode, we are tackling something so many learners struggle with. How to speak English with confidence even when you make mistakes. Because mistakes are not the enemy. Fear is. And we are going to fix that together. Until then, keep practicing, keep speaking, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.